Welcome to this Blackpool Music School video all about the bass guitar. In this video I am using a Taylor acoustic bass guitar bus. Any bass guitar is fine as long as we are tuned E, A, D, G. That's the E, the string nearest your chin, going down A, D, G. So let's get started. Welcome to this Blackpool Music School video all about the bass guitar. In this video I am using a Taylor acoustic bass guitar, but any bass guitar will do as long as we are tuned E, A, D, G. That's the E string, the thickest string nearest your chin, going down towards the ground, A, D and G. We are fine. So let's get started. In this video we're going to cover another variation of the Johnny Cash style bass line. There's several of these and I'll post more in the following weeks, but for now these are the two basic ones. Excuse that pun, I've used this an awful lot of times to help you get started. So let's get started. For this video you're going to need to know 3 chord positions, or root positions I should say. The G, the 3rd fret of the E string, the C, the 3rd fret of the A string, and D, the 5th fret of the A string. So we've got 3rd of the E, 3rd of the A, 5th of the A, G, C, D. Okay, so to find the 5th of the chord, so we can do some like this. For the G, it's 2 along and 1 string down. To find the major, 2 along and 1 string down. For the C, again, 2 along towards this hand and 1 string down, that's the 5th there. And the same for this one, 2 frets along towards this hand and 1 string down. So now we've got the root and the 5th. The root is the name of the chord, so if it's a G, it's a G, if it's an A, it's an A. So let's get started. We're going to stick to what we did previously and play the note before the one we're going to move, or the fret before. So if we're playing G, we'll pretend we're counting to 4 for the easiest. You go 1, 2, 3. Now if you're moving to C, you play the note either side of that chord or that root, so, and then move into that one. So if you were counting G to C, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4. Then when you start the next 1, 2, 3, 4, you're on the root. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it doesn't matter which chord you're moving to, it's the note either side of the root. This is, like you say, a very simple guide. This is not all of it, there's a lot more to it than this, but this will just help you get going and add a bit more to your bass playing. So if you're moving from G to D, we've already got the D note there, we don't want to play it and play it again, so you go 1, 2, 3. So again you move to the 4th fret and you're into the 5th there, so it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so if we're doing the 12 bar blues, you'd have 4 bars of G. 1, 2, 3, 4. First bar. Second bar. Third bar. This is the bar we're going to move on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the first bar of C. That's G again, we're moving to D. And that's a basic 12 bar blues in the key of G. So if you're moving from D to C, you can play that 4th note there in between like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so D to C would be 1, 2, 3, the 4th fret of the A string. 1, 2, 3. So you can move to the one note either side of the chord you're moving to. So if you're moving to C and that's the 3rd fret, you can play the 2nd or the 4th. That's fine. So you do. So again, if we're moving from G to C, on the last note of the G chord before you move, you just play the note either side of that C. That type of thing. So, like you say, this is a beginner's guide. Now, as well as that, you can move 2 frets as well. That sometimes works. So with 2 frets, you can do it like this. 1, 2, 3. See, I went to the 1st fret there, not the 2nd. When I moved from C to G, I went to the 1st fret of that E string. It's what sounds good to you. There's no right or wrong here. It's what you personally think sounds best. Though what I would recommend is doing it one way in one song and a different way in another. That way it does sound different for the listener. So, what I'm trying to say is, when you're moving from G to a C chord, on the last beat of the G chord you play 1 or 2 frets either side of the note you're moving to. So if you're moving to D, you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, stuff like that, and that's what you can do. So it's D, 1, 2, 3. So back to G, from a D chord, you can do 1, 2, 3, that or this. So you got 1 or 2 frets either side of the chord you're moving to, and you move on the last beat of that chord in the previous bar. To practice this, we're going to move between G and D. So we're going to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So we're going to play G, 1, 2, 3. So again, it's G for 1, 2, 3. We're moving soon, so the 4th count is on the 3rd fret of the A string, then we can go into D. 5th fret of the A string on the 4th beat, back into G. So again, it's this 1, 2, 3. I'll move my fingers out of the way so it's. And that's a very simple guide to the Johnny Cash type sound. When you can master that, you can slide into the notes as well, like this. That type of thing. So what you're doing there is you're doing, we're going to go from G to C. 1, 2, 3. So this time you don't pluck on the first beat because we've slided into it. Or slid into it, it should be, is it? I don't know. Anyway, 1, 2, 3. That's your 1. So it'd be like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And the 1 is played by a slide. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. That type of thing. Yeah, so that's the sort of thing you can do. We'll go through that again very quickly. So that would be like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the 1 there. You don't pluck it again. That's the 1. Very slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So you can slide into notes. Just remember, you're moving on the beat before you change, and when you slide into it, you don't pluck again because the slide is the indication. So I'll give you a quick demonstration of what I mean. A very basic 12-bar blues. and that's sort of what it sounds like. So when you're sliding in, when you hit the chord you're moving to, that is the first beat. You don't have to pluck it again. You can if you wish to, but I tend not to. So I hope you found this video useful. If you have, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Blackpool Music School for more videos. Until next time, keep practicing, keep playing, and as always, goodbye.